Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Roan and today I'm going to be bringing you with me as I read the newest Hunger Games book, The Sunrise and Reaping. I am actually currently from the future because I was so excited to get into reading that I didn't film an intro. So here I am. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a quick disclaimer, there will be spoilers in this video. As I read the book, I do share my thoughts. So if you haven't read the book, I would suggest going and reading it before coming back if you don't want spoilers. If you continue watching, I have warned you. So yeah, I will hand you over to Past Me. I hope you enjoy. So they're just talking about how Hamish and his girlfriend met, right? His friend's a burdock, takes him into the woods, that's what they're seeing each other. And when they first meet, Burdock says, "Hey cuz," because they're cousins, right? Which obviously means that he's part of the covey, or at least related somehow. And then he says she wasn't one of Burdock's Everdeen cousins, which definitely sort of indicates that the Everdeens are related to the covey in some way, which is really fucking cool because I know there's been so many headcanons that Lucy Gray or that Lucy Gray was the covey are very much related to Mr. Everdeen and Katniss's dad. So the covey Tamamba. Hamish's girlfriend, right, is a bird. As in Lucy Gray. Bird. I think we may have a Mrs. Leverdeen name drop. I don't know, because obviously it hasn't confirmed it. But first chapter, there's a girl called Astrid March. And it said she works at the apothecary shop. And it says one night she showed up in the seam alone to treat a neighbour woman who'd been whipped back talking a peacekeeper. She bought some ointment she'd concocted herself and then slipped away, never mentioned payment. That sounds very much like could be. Obviously, Everdeen, Katniss's mother, is a healer. She knows how to use it because she grew up in the town. But then that means Burdock, because Burdock's one of Burdock's Everdeen cousins. That could mean he's an Everdeen, which means we could have in the first chapter a name drop for both of Kat's parents, in which case that's huge. But also it does so much to implicate, because obviously Burdock is one of Hamish really close friends, and I've only just sort of started reading the scene where they Astrid and Hamish sort of talk, but they do seem to be friendly with each other. So it could very much indicate why Hamish is so nice and almost like a father-like figure to Katniss when she becomes the victor and a tribute. particularly when it becomes a tribute. I was right. Mr. and Mrs. Everdeen now have names. Not only that, we got Mrs. Everdeen's maiden name. And Murdoch, literally, Katniss is literally not by blood, but like he's related to the Covey, and also to Lucy Gray by the Covey. So while it might not be biologically like by blood, it's by family, the Covey. I mean, we kind of did already know that because obviously Miss Everdeen knew Covey songs. But, oh my god. And then Astrid Everdeen. This is huge because for years people have been wondering what her name is. Like, I've always wondered because it's never been said. But now we have official names for Mr. and Mrs. Everdeen. In the first chapter. Sorry. All by chance. What? I am so confused. Haymitch wasn't supposed to go. That makes it... Oh. So, the second boy isn't Haymitch, but he runs and still gets shot. So obviously they have to pick out the RomanBelov again. Oh, that makes it even more horrible. Because he got away with it. And obviously because the guy ran, another victim had to be chosen. Oh, I mean, I actually do understand why someone might run in that situation. But it's so selfish because, in a way, by running, you've sacrificed someone else. Yes, you have an immediate death, but you're still killing someone because someone has to go in your place. It's just extra unnecessary death. Oh, that's just horrible. Okay, within all that fucking mess, obviously everyone's freaking out. The capital are trying to get, the peacekeepers obviously trying to get in control. They're getting people to basically hands on the head, hands behind on 40 knees, hands linked behind the neck, forehead pressed against the ground. And then with all of that mess, we might possibly have a Mr. Malark name drop. Otho Malark. A big lug of a guy whose folk own the bakery. So unless, Peter Malark has a uncle who died or something, that's gonna be his father. We're getting all the name drops, and this is like chapter 2. Oh my god. So Bardock, aka Mr. Everdeen. Okay, so it literally says that Otho Malark, a big lug of a guy whose folk own the bakery, who seems bewildered. His meaty hands dangle loosely at his sides and his feet shuffle back and forth. Then I notice his blonde hair gets splattered with someone else's blood. Burdock punches his hard in the back of his knees, and it's enough to get him on the ground and out of the firing line. So, say we're, assuming that's Peter's father. That means that Katniss's father saved Peter's father's life. And it's known that Peter's father and Katniss's mother knew each other, and he had a crush on him, but crush on Katniss's mother, Astrid, but she chose Mr. Everdeen. So he always had a soft spot for Katniss. One of the reasons why he might help Katniss out so much is because he feels indebted at the fact that Katniss's father literally saved his life. Pretty much, got him out of the firing line, otherwise he might have been shot. Haymitch is never chosen. So his girlfriend is helping the mum. She wants to see the body, which is fair enough. So she tries to grab hold of one of Orbine's legs to help him free. His mother gets involved, and so she's like, Haymitch is like, I can't just stay here and let my girlfriend get involved. So she goes up, hoping to get her loose. And then one of the peacekeepers tries to knock her out. So he goes no, shields her, gets slammed. And then, because of that, he gets chosen. Oh my god. So the person who takes sort of, what's her name? Effie. The person who sort of Effie's role, Drusilla, wants to kill Lena Dove, but they're like, they're like, get her to a safe location, get her out of the way so that, we don't look bad. And Plutarch. Wait. I know there's a guy in the original Hunger Games that's called Plutarch because he's like one of the leaders of the rebellion. Is that his? Just turned the camera off and I was like, yes, it is. So Plutarch literally saved Haymitch's girlfriend's life. So, Effie is delusional. She's obviously grown up within the capital. But she's not mean, she's so full of the capital propaganda that she's just full of herself. But I don't know if full of herself is the right thing, but she doesn't realise, she's like, oh well, this is how it's always been, so. But she's not downright mean. Drusilla? She is just mean, she's rude, she's... The word broken-hearted had to come from somewhere. I imagine my heart busted into a dozen glassy red pieces, their hard and jagged edges stabbing into my flesh at every beat. It's not scientific, but it matches how I feel. A part of me thinks I will die right now, bleeding out on the inside, but it isn't going to be that simple. I feel like this actually covers what I feel about Plutarch, because Plutarch comes in the Goodreads, says, feel like joining the others. He says, like, I'm recovering from a bellyache, not being tased and torn from my life. I don't know what to make of this Plutarch. I hated forcing Ma and Sid to play act for the cameras, but he did let me hug them when Drusilla said I couldn't. And he probably also saved Lenore Dove's life by asking to keep her for a tearful goodbye. He's as unpredictable as lightning. And that just perfectly sums up how I feel about him. So, it confirms that Lucy Gray was the only other District 12 victor. And it says, obviously because the 12, District 12, because District 12 tributes don't have automatic mentors. Does that mean that they get one in the capital? But next chapter says, in 50 years we've only had one victor. That was a long time ago. A girl who nobody knows anything about. Back then, barely anyone in 12 had television, so the game was mostly hearsay. I've never seen her in clips of old shows, but then those early efforts are rarely featured, as they're said to be badly filmed and lacking spectacle. Which would also make sense, because if not many of those sort of those Hunger Games were shown, those games, it would make it easier for Snow to hide what happened. But also because obviously it's Guthrun's Covey, he even goes on to say, I brought up our victor with Lenore Duff a couple of times and she never wanted to discuss it, so I wonder if she knows. Anyway, I'm about to find out who the mentors are, so I better shut up. Oh! So, other the mentors for District 12 are from other districts. Oh, that's messy. I'm entirely the Capital's plaything. They will use me for their own entertainment and then kill me. The truth will have nothing to say in it. Plutarch acts friendly, but his indulgence in their families could buy his fancy sandwiches are a method to manage me, because happy playthings are easy to handle than raging ones. You might need your claws. I wonder if she thinks my nose is a snout and my hair is fur and my feet as paws. Oh. Nobody tells them what to say. That bird is who I want to be when I grow up. Someone who says what they think is right no matter what. Thanks! I've mentored several games over the years. Max continues. In the early games, I didn't ask what the tributes wanted because the answer seemed so obvious. You want to live. But then I realised there were many desires beyond that. Mine had to do with my district partner, protecting him. Virus offers, I remember I didn't want to die at night. I didn't want to die in darkness. The thought terrified me. The fact that Hamich's yesterday was, Hamish goes, yesterday, mine was to protect Luella. Now I mainly think of the people my day. I love making my death as easy as possible for them. I don't want my girl and my family to watch me die a long, horrible death. Like, I keep thinking about those weasel nuts those years ago. They'd never get through that. BT has a son in the game. Why is Snow opening up the Haven? What is Llewellyn? BT being like, so do you know how to use explosives? Oddly enough, I do a bit. I know that's not necessarily... Nasally is so savage. I love her. There is not a minor in 12 who doesn't have a better physique than the people I've witnessed in the crowd. All the surgery in the world won't change that. All the money in the world won't buy good taste. Clearly some people in District 12 have a lot more than what I've witnessed here. Oh my god! That's actually a really good comparison between Effie and Drusilla. At least the trinkets aren't mean, just clueless, which makes a big improvement from Drusilla and Magno. They'll still be 100% as stupid as usual, so I figured the odds are roughly the same. Go Hamish. On chapter 24. Amazingly dead. I can't. Them getting chocolate. That was like really cool. No, him like and Hamish sharing it with you, the guy with Salika. It was really sweet. I like that. And there's 3 people left. It's only 3. Where is it? It's from Snow. This milky death, a fate that I've been trying to defy ever since I saw that perverse birthday thing on the train has come home to roost. It's like a raven in a poem of a perched above my chamber door. Completely in Snow's power. His to manipulate, his puppet, his pawn, his plaything. It's his poster I'm painting, his propaganda. I am trapped into doing his bidding in the games. It's the best propaganda the capital has. My pa would be rolling in his grave. So it's the final 2. Welly's died. To be fair, it was kind of obvious she was going to go, not only because obviously Hamish, I know roughly how it goes, but even if I didn't know Hamish wins the games, and how Hamish actually does win his games, it was kind of obvious that she was going to die because she was on the verge of death. He was only trying to delay the inevitable, really. But we start off with Hamish and Salika. I had to, it goes, she had to go, you have to go. It's the only way to get back to my people. We all have people, I say. You think yours will ever be able to forget this? I know mine won't. Rykov said, there's so many bits when you hear my name failing at breaking the arena. It's nothing in the face of this now. Them just staring at each other, watching the other die. The couple songs I still remembered because I've got another quote. The one Maisley's mum Mimo used to quote when she was scared. Nothing you can take from me was ever worth keeping. The arrogance of those bold words. You can make several things from me. My ma, my brother, my love. Though that are the only things worth keeping. Him having hallucinations, well, not hallucinations, having dreams of each tribute. And the strangest visit involves Luella and Lulu dressed in identical outfits, sitting across the table from me while I peel up and eat a bowl of hard-boiled eggs. Which of us is which? They have to be. But the capital has won. I can't tell them apart. I know Hamish's family dies because it's something we've known for years, but they're burned alive. He poisoned another one, which he poisoned her. And knowing that's who was his way he used to gain his power. And the whole arena was poisoned as well. Oh. They got one happy moment, but he just didn't eat the food. It's just another thing that will make Hamish blame himself. I should have checked. I hate how, obviously at the start, Hamish makes alcohol, he uses it to barter to get things that he actually wants, like treating his family, treating his girlfriend, and then he ends up turning it to it. Because we have their own graveyard. Oh my god. Yet some maintain to this day she's a living child, and that you may see is sweet Lucy Gray upon the lonesome wild. They buried her. Well, they didn't, even if they hadn't found her body, they've still put her to rest. I hit the bottle even harder, drinking and disappearing into the night, regaining consciousness in the forgotten places of District 12. One morning at the crack of dawn, I snap awake, shivering in a back alley in town. I'm staring at a message sprayed in bright orange paint. No capital, no hanging tree. It's a rebel play on the capital's propaganda. No capital, no reaping. Tucked away in this alley, a rally cry beyond the peacekeeper's radar. And then rejogs at me, nasally in the arena, after she killed the game maker. Spider Silk and her Mimo song. Well, your girl's full of surprises. Guess you got the jump on us after all. Full of surprises, full of secrets, even from me. But Maisley had got it together. Orange paint on her fingernails. This is Lenore Dove's work. her sign, her message to me now, her reminder that I must prevent another sunrise on the reaping. And it says, you promised. And it says, you promised me. With that, she condemns me to life. I didn't want to have anything to do with their a memorial book after the war. What's the use? What's the point? To relive all of this loss. But when Burdov's page came up, I had to mention him showing me the grave, and I felt compelled to tell them about Maisie Donna, the former owner of the Mockingjay pin, and how Sid loved the stars. And before I knew it, they all came tumbling out. Family, tributes, friends, comrades in arms, everybody, even my love. I finally told them my story. A few days after that, Katniss showed up with an old basket filled of goose eggs. Not to eat, to hatch. I raided a few different nests so they can breed alright. Never mind that we had roast goose for dinner. She's not an easy person, like me. Peter always said that. But she's smarter than me, luckier. She's the one who finally kept the sun from rising. Peter fashioned some sort of incubator and the eggs hatched. Mine was the first face the gooselings saw. Sometimes they'd graze on the green, but on fine days we've all been known to wander over the meadow. And all likes it best there, and I'm content where she's content. Like the geese we really did mate for life. I'm not sure I'll be here in the old there for after much longer. My life's wrecked. I'm dry out when the train's late. I drink differently these days though. Less to forget, more out of habit. When my time comes, it comes, but I have no idea when it'll be. I know one thing though, that again, they never really did in the first place. Nothing you can take from me was ever worth keeping. And she was the most precious thing I have ever known. And when I tell her that, she always says, I love you like all fire. And I reply, I love you like all fire too. And that is the end. I think I'm gonna sort of stew on this a little bit, and I will be back to sort of talk about my general view on the entire book tomorrow, because it is nearly midnight, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm sort of going to summarise my thoughts tomorrow. Okay, so I finished Sunrise on Reefing last night. It was so good. It's the first sort of book that I've even started annotating. I'm going to go further in and annotate it a bit more. I love that we got to know more about Haymitch and his games, and really got to know Haymitch when he was younger, and the fact that he used to make alcohol, the fact that he was a bootlegger and didn't drink a lot of alcohol, and honestly used any alcohol he got from his job to pay for things like sweets for his family, for his girlfriend, only to after his games become an alcoholic and rely so much on alcohol. He really is haunted from his games. It's amazing. It was just a work of art. There was just so many. Haymitch is such a sweetheart, and the fact that Katniss got his the nickname Sweetheart because of Luella in the games, and just you meet Effie and you see their friendship forming from the very beginning, So yeah, that is all for today. If you want me to go through some more of my thoughts in more depth, as well as some of the themes, maybe reading out some quotes, please do let me know. I have so much more I really want to say about this book because it's just amazing. But yeah, until next time, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider maybe giving it a like, comment, and possibly even subscribing. But yeah, until next time, bye!